Shalom Aleichem, everybody. I hope everyone had a great week. Things here, Baruch Hashem, are doing excellent. Yeshiva is really moving. We're looking forward to Rosh Chodesh Kislev, a couple of weeks away from Hanukkah, and I wanted to share with you a short, brief, sweet, very important idea in Parshat Toldot. We are told in the beginning of the Parsha that Yitzchak and Rivka could not have children, and they both, the Pasuk tells us, they both davened to Hashem to have children, and Yitzchak's tefillos are answered. And Rashi very famously cites the Medrash that says that the reason Yitzchak was answered and Rivka was not answered is because on some level the tefillah of a tzaddik ben tzaddik is more potent, is more powerful than the tefillah of a tzaddik or tzaddikes bas rasha. And therefore, since Rivka came from a home of Rishon, Besuel, Lavan, Ovdei Avodah Zarah, and so forth, so her tefillos, while powerful, were not on the same level as the tefillos of Yitzchak, the tzaddik ben tzaddik. Very strange, and certainly counterintuitive. I would certainly think that the Balas Tshuva, who came from so little spiritually, and built herself up, and became one of the imahos, it's unbelievable. Her accomplishments are so great, against all odds, she becomes the mother of Yaakov Avinu, the grandmother of the Shvatim. It's so impressive. Why would her tefillos be any weaker, not as strong as the tzaddik ben tzaddik? Yitzchak had the table set. Everything was going for him. Why would you argue that the tefillah of a tzaddik ben tzaddik is more powerful than the tefillah of a tzaddikes bas rasha? So there are a number of different answers given to this question, but I'd like to share with you what I think is a very meaningful answer that's given by Elio Dessler in the Michtav Melio, Chelik Beis. You can check it out, page 204, 205. And there Rav Dessler writes the following idea. True. Yitzchak was a tzaddik ben tzaddik, and on some level, he had everything there for him. Everything was set, and naturally, he's going to grow up as a tzaddik. But you know what? A person's a tzaddik ben tzaddik, and because everything has been established, everything has been set, the background is so strong, that actually poses greater challenges. Because if you're born into something, so then oftentimes the way we continue is we basically just go with the flow. We follow by rote. We just do what we're supposed to do. And we're not bringing any of ourselves into that process. That's the unique nisayon of a tzaddik ben tzaddik. Rivka, for her, everything is new. Everything is fresh. Everything is therefore going to be naturally energized by the power and the potency of the newness. And therefore, she has a natural, doesn't have to invest herself into it. Naturally, she's going to have a powerful tefillah because it's so fresh, it's so new. It's something that comes very natural once she has made that decision to be that Balas Tshuva. And tzaddik ben tzaddik is born into something. And when you're born into something, you know what? Sometimes it's very hard to inject yourself and invest yourself on a daily basis into what you've been doing all your life. And that's a challenge. And that's the challenge that Yitzchak had to overcome. He was the son of Avraham Avinu. So of course he's going to shul every day. Of course he's doing what he's supposed to be doing. But to do it with energy, to bring of himself into it. We know the midah of Avraham Avinu was midas hachesed. So sure, Yitzchak could have just followed in that path of midas hachesed, but that's not Yitzchak's midah. Yitzchak's midah was to take everything he got from Avraham Avinu and now take it onto a new level. Now bring it to a world of gvura, and a world of, if you will, a midas hadin type of approach, a gvura type of approach. It's a very different kind of avoda. A unique challenge to go ahead and take a Masorah and intensify it, build on it, expand it. And that's the approach that Rav Dessler says when it comes to Yitzchak and the tzaddik ben tzaddik. Everything is about bechira chavshis. Who has more bechira chavshis? The person who comes from a weaker background and now is finding their Yiddishkeit and now is making choices, a new choice, and it's my choice. So perhaps I'm more into it. Versus the person who is not making the choice. He's born into it, and now he has to somehow energize himself in everything he does. Perhaps as I'm saying this over, I'm thinking to the famous Gemara Maseches Kiddushin that tells us that what's greater, who gets more schar? The person who's mitzvah v'oseh, or the person who is eina mitzvah v'oseh? A person who's commanded to shake a lulav, a male, or a female who's not commanded to shake a lulav and does so anyway. So Chazal tell us, again, the same exact irony. that Godol ha-mitzvah v'oseh mimi she'ena mitzvah v'oseh. A man who fulfills the mitzvah of lulav gets more schar than a female. Why? She's doing it volitionally. She's doing it even without being commanded. Wow, that's amazing. It is amazing. But the man is doing it because he's commanded. He has to do it. And therefore, on some level, he has to do it. I have to do it. What am I supposed to do? I have to do it. But if he can go ahead and energize his mitzvah that he has to do with his own passions, with his own energy, to be able to bring passion to that which you have to do, that which you're born into, that's a real avoda. It's a real avoda, and if a person can achieve, then that puts him on a very, very high level. I think that is exactly what Rav Dessler is suggesting is the pshat in this Rashi, is that Yitzchak could have gone with the flow, and he doesn't do so. He invests his midas hagvura into everything that Avram already started. And when I think about how this is relevant to us, I think about myself, I think about all the things, our daily avoda can easily become routine. Every day we get up and go to shul. Every day we have our night seder, we have our mariv, we have whatever our schedule is. And we build into our schedule our mitzvah of the day. Shabbos. Every week the same basic Shabbos program, the same basic structure. And that's very easy to fall into the trap of monotony, of a behavior by rote, of habit. We're all creatures of habit, and it's so easy to fall into that trap. So we have the same trap. Those of us who are, Baruch Hashem, from birth, we have the trap of being the tzaddik ben tzaddik, being born into it. And our challenge, and if we succeed, it puts us on a very, very high level, is to think carefully how we can become more invested in the things that we're going to do anyway. Invest ourselves in them, bring our own unique midos, our own unique passions, our own unique energy into that avoda. That's the pshat. Rav Dessler suggests that's the ability, the level that a tzaddik ben tzaddik can reach if he overcomes his natural inclination to kind of just go with the flow and become fully invested in everything that he does.